So the Warfare Collection is out and they have a brand new campaign, the Battle of the Bulge, which we're fighting in right now. And so I'm thinking we just like put all of our troops behind this tank. It's gonna be the spear point of this advance. Now look at the enemy troops. They're pretty bunkered in. They've got a lot of bunkers. Little foxholes, rifleman squads. But what we do have is a good old officer. And look what he can call in. An airstrike. Ready, set. That was a Messerschmitt fighter that just flew right overhead. So at this point, we've taken the enemy trenches, but the battle is not over. And we're gonna actually try to beat this campaign today. So let's see just how far we can get. Okay, I'm gonna call in an artillery strike if I can right here. And an airstrike on this light machine gunner behind these rocks. So we should see quite a bit. Come on, artillery. Second shot? Second artillery shot? I guess we might not have... Oh my gosh, it took out a lot of the troops in that trench. And there are mortars. So in hindsight, I probably should have used our... Oh yeah, this is just juicy. You get a lot of rifleman targets and a mortar right after them. That plane was definitely worth its weight in gold. Oh man, we're about to lose our Panzer IV. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what's hitting our troops. And I think my officers are down, so we can't call in artillery. So what we could do is just mass troops and try to overrun them that way. But we only have hedges right now. Oh wait, there was an officer there. I had the opportunity to call it an airstrike. Hey look, and we get another Panzer IV. So reinforcements have arrived, Commander. Let's call it an airstrike right here. There's one rifleman in the bunker and then a bunch that were out, and we just overran their position. Using the officer's abilities, I think, is going to be absolutely essential. Buddy, you should not be running that far up there, please. Please don't do that. We're going to call in airstrike on that guy. Oh, we missed. Oh, no, he got him, and the officer just got blown up by the mortar. So, you know, and we'll call in an officer right behind, a rifleman squad down there, and save up money. Look at that. There's a few American troops that are like, oh, good. Our officer, that tank, just blocked a grenade. The officer's in the trench, and that's the perfect spot for him. So now all we got to do is just keep supporting the tank here. And the enemy's morale just capitulated. That was exceptionally fast. It's a German victory. We get a stats. But remember, that was just one battle of the campaign of the Battle of the Bulge. So now we go back to our tactical map and see the strategic situation of what's going on. Do not fail, we must have a clear route for the Panzers. Jawohl, jawohl. Now, one of the other things, we can upgrade our troops. Now, I think one of the ones I'm gonna want is to make tanks cheaper overall, so either one of these. 15% faster movement when an officer's nearby, or anti-tank grenades. We're gonna take the anti-tank grenades just in case we run up against any enemy armor, which it looks like we've already got some tanks. I'm gonna want, I think, a Panzer Shrek team. That's the newest one we have available. And we're skirmishing with the enemy troops. We're taking them out. There goes the Panzer Shrek. It just blew up that deuce and a half. Oh, wow. Enemy's morale just plummeted again. I wonder, I'm gonna set up a rifleman squad and an assault team down the middle. And what we have to do is keep supporting these troops. If there's troops running, we need to have everybody going with them. Now, we are facing a little bit of resistance there, and we're on to the next theater, which just more deuces and a half. You know what? An officer would be great, right? We'll send an officer down on the bottom here. I guess artillery strike up there, since these guys are behind the hedges. Oh my gosh, that artillery shell took out most of the defending troops. That was awesome. Oh, snap. Where's our officer? We have a Panzer Shrek team down here. We're gonna need another one because he's dead. The officer's right here. Can I... If I can click him... I'm not... There he is. All right, I'm gonna do danger close airstrike and then get a Panzer Shrek team down the middle. So we shelled it. You can see that there's a hole and some fire coming out of it. This thing is on its last legs. Didn't we buy... Oh, anti-tank grenade. Get that anti-tank grenade out and boom, it's dead. Awesome. That anti-tank grenade upgrade seems to be absolutely clutch. We've got 340 resource points. I think we should just keep them. Officer, we're gonna need another... Let's do an artillery barrage right around here. There's a lot of infantry and a lot of enemy tanks. Well, there's a singular enemy tanks. And then when we can afford it, another Panzer Shrek, which would be great to do up top. Oh man, we're getting absolutely crushed. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. Morale is low. Wow. And this Panzerfaust team, Panzer Shrek team, looks like they're gonna have a hard time. Okay, they've pushed us all the way back. Morale was almost zero. We almost lost this battle. And at this point, we just need to force the issue, getting troops up there. But they are crushing us. All right, what do you got? Throw a grenade. You serious? Well, that stinks. I felt like we had that one in the bag. maybe spending all the points on troops. You know what we didn't do that entire round was get a light machine gunner. Maybe that unit is the one we need. So we're just sending tons of rifleman squads to basically fill this in. And then I think supporting them with a machine gun crew would be pretty good. Although we do need one Panzerfaust team. I keep saying Panzerfaust, I mean Panzerschreck. Dude, I remember playing the old World War II FPS games back when like World War II was actually pretty cool. Like, and a lot of people did games on it. Nowadays, I feel like that's not as common. And I wonder why. I want another MG43 team. So this is where we were winning. I've got a nice mixture of machine guns, some Panzerschrecks, rifles, a few assault squads. We want to keep everybody together. So this was where we got repelled in the last battle, right? But if you look at this, I mean, that LMG needs to do the work. I really need you to do your job. Now, they have a light machine gun, and we actually won that skirmish. So I'm just setting mass infantry this time, and I'm going to support them with Panzerschrecks. All right, there's a few men that are hung up at the bushes. Basically, they go to the first line of defense and chill there. And do we have any anti-tank grenades? We do. So we'll get both squads to chuck out anti-tank grenades, and they cost 60 resource points apiece. But man, okay, look at that. We're doing wildly better. Wildly better. What are you guys doing back here? Get up there. Hey, look at this. Okay, so we've taken the crossroads, and now the enemy's got defensive positions right here. I think what we're gonna need here is an officer to call in airstrikes and artillery barrages on them. All right, there he is. And the officer, oh my gosh, I hate when he charges up because the defensive position was filled. We're gonna need a new officer, and we're gonna need one fast. Called it an airstrike. That cleared out a lot of the enemy resistance, actually. And we've taken the bottom trench. A rifle team up the top, an assault team down in the middle. And if need be, I don't want to have to use an airstrike. There we go. Enemy sniper on the field, but he got immediately taken out. The guy in the white shirt, I thought that was a medic at first. Hold the line for 2 minutes. You got it. That should be easy enough. And our officer's gone. All right, I want a rifle squad. Where do I want a rifle squad? Down the bottom trenches. Thought I called in an officer on the top, but he may have been deaded. There he is. Okay, so with this, what we're gonna do is call in artillery barrage. Oh, they moved up. That's unfortunate. I'll do a airstrike there. Officers did. Oh, we got an enemy tank. Look, the enemy, these troops just like surrendered. The enemy is just marching out and surrendering. And I wonder if that's because, like, wait a minute. Oh, we just lost our Panzerschreck up top. That is bad. We are getting crushed. We are getting repelled. We got rifle squads back here. A lot of Panzerschreck team down here. Oh, that's the light machine gunner down there. Take the trench. All right, do it. Yes. We just hit it. The Sherman's on fire. Is it dead? I think we ammo racked it. And we got a Panzer IV to support us. Okay. So we've got 15 seconds left. We have to hold this. And look at this. The cavalry just arrived. And by cavalry, I mean some of the most amazing German engineering. So we'll just send some rifle squads to support them. Keep these tanks up. Huzzah! Enemy reinforcements depleted. Finish them off. I would like an officer, because I do love me a good old airstrike. All right. Where's the enemy? All right. They've got one rifleman back here. I don't even think I'm going to be able to use my airstrike in time. I think that's it. Oh, there's one mortar troop in the back. Haha! We have completed the second objective. Enemy troops killed. We killed 140, and we only lost 89, so definitely in our favor. Strategic points taken 14. We're on to the next one. So, the Ring of Steel, but we have 2 upgrade points. Reduce the cost of fire support and grenades. We use those considerably. I think, since we're essentially using a lot of micro here. Ooh, and we get snipers now. I'm gonna put a sniper down here. And I don't know what the enemy's. Okay, so this is just the classic tug of war. We've got some cows and hay bales to use. So all my valuable stuff is on the bottom, and I'm gonna call in artillery right on the top and push this. Oh no. I thought the officer and the sniper would have enough to where they could sit uncovered back there. I need a rifle squad to go after these guys. And oh, that's a sniper back there. I didn't see him. He was pretty well camouflaged. We haven't lost our sniper. I'm gonna use the airstrike. Yes. I took out their sniper. We took out their LMG guy. And I would say, oh man, artillery just took out our sniper. That was brutal. All right, I got another officer down on the bottom, and I'm gonna need him. So, wow. Artillery is now 375. It was 500. Airstrike's 225 and it was 300. We are getting massively good discounts here. All right, so infantry on the top, assault team on the bottom. Before we lose our officer, I'd love to get another strikeout and soften up. They just have such hardened defensive positions versus say what we have. We're out in the open field and we got a fence. The fence has holes in it. That's not gonna be good at blocking stuff. Now the officer's still alive. We'll call in an artillery, and then when we can, I need 100 resource points. I'll put a rifleman squad on the top, which is basically just a delaying move. We'll save up for, I think, artillery barrage this time. Artillery's actually still going off. Look at how much artillery we've called in. There's just like craters everywhere over there. And an airstrike on that infantry group back in there, which looks like an assault team because they had a BAR gunner and a Tommy gunner. Another infantry on the top. It's just a slugging match. Where are they holding out? Everywhere. We'll do assault team on the bottom, rifleman in the middle, maybe another officer. And I need these guys to go to the next position so my officer will hang back there. Okay, we've got 2 officers. So if this one dies, we've got our backup. We've got an officer at home. All the riflemen going out there. There we go. Oh, I should have targeted the BAR gunner, but I can. Yes. Okay, I would say it's probably safe to send the officers over the top and retake this position. All right, the enemy's gonna be pushing us for a while, so I want machine gunners at these 2 points. We've got infantry holding these hard rocks down there. Wow, it sure takes a while. Oh my God, look at the enemy troops. We need these guys yesterday. They just took out my machine gunner on the top. I guess just troops to hold these while we repel this infantry push. This is a pretty sizable infantry push. Oh my God, the artillery. Suppressive fire. A sniper up top. There we go. And then we definitely need another officer. Now, we don't want the sniper to get targeted, so we'll put like an infantry screen in front of him. This machine gunner is out of the distance. All right, got an officer coming in. Call in artillery right around the big area. And when we can afford it, we'll get an airstrike too. Oh my gosh, we're crushing them. We're crushing them with that artillery. There we go. Airstrike coming in. Ooh, it cleared out the trench and the troop right behind them. Oh gosh. Our troops are slowing down as they enter the barbed wire, as you'd expect them to. And we'll do an assault team up the middle. Infantry. Oh man, look at how far our sniper is advanced. I do not like that. I fear we're gonna... Yeah, he's dead. And every troop that was supporting him. Officer back here. Let's call it an airstrike up there. Actually, if we hold... Oh, look at that. There was, what, 8 to 10 troops? Only 1 is left. Airstrikes for the win. And they said that the Americans had the air superiority. I wish I could click this barricade and have troops just, like, go past it. Now, you'll notice that this is a lane strategy game. You have the option for 3 lanes, unlike, say, Stickman Trenches, where you only have, like, 1 and there's, like, random variability to where the troops go. Obviously, the Warfare game and Warfare Collection were massive bits of inspiration for us. And let's go ahead and do that. And an artillery strike up here where the light machine gunner is. But that was one of the little quality of lives we did, was like be able to skip certain obstacles. But this is the OG. This is like the best. I'm so happy to be playing it. I'm so happy that they have a new campaign. I played through the 1917 campaign and the 1944 campaign, aka World War I and World War II. All right, so at this point, I'm trying to figure out what we want to do. My guys are just hung up in the barbed wire. I can't really push past it. That's why we got, look at this, okay. But one of the strategies we can employ is everybody going now. And with this massive push, look at the morale. The enemy's got like almost 0 morale left. So this could be it. All right, when do I get access? Oh gosh, oh, this is the artillery. Holy biscuits, if we take that, do we win? Where's our officer? Look for the officer. Call in artillery as far up as you can and airstrike on that lower bit there. So this right here is about to get shelled. A little bit of a miss. I have enough money to call in another one. I'm just using officer money. That officer money is just taking out all the enemy troops. All right, when do we get armor? Are we gonna get reinforcing armor again? Oh, my officer's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna charge the enemy trenches. Well, at least call in a Messerschmitt to strafe that dude and take him out. All right, everybody's going. Oh, they called it an airstrike on me. All right, we're trying to go over the barbed wire now. And it looks like we're gonna need another airstrike here. Oh, wow, good. Clean out most of it. Once I can afford another one, I'm gonna do it wherever these guys stop. Actually, I probably should have hit that mortar. Uh-oh, did they throw a grenade? Let's throw a grenade back. Boom, did you see that? That was awesome. Remember that we get cheap grenades too. Let's do a little airstrike on that mortar. If this Messerschmitt, oh, it missed both of them. That is unfortunate, but that does happen. So we'll get another one, and once this little tick goes by, throw a grenade. Oh, they're throwing grenades. Hey, the enemy has surrendered because their morale just dropped too much, probably because we absolutely crushed them. Almost 200 troops killed in that almost 10 minutes. So the enemy's got a roadblock, and we've got 2 points Throwing grenades farther would be good, but I think we need to keep our money. So we're actually gonna do a save round, and we're launching the battle. Clear the way for our panzers. Love that. We got a new team, which is the mortar team, so we have quite the slew of troops. Okay, wait, is that a minefield? That means there's a minefield. They've got a mortar. Wait, that's a machine gun. No, that's a mortar. All right, I need an officer. Artillery back there. And I think you guys need to go to the next one so the officer doesn't. All right, what do we... I really need to hit that. Who popped the smoke grenade? That wasn't me. All right, I'm setting an assault team up the top. What I'm gonna need them to do is push the enemy troops back so I can get my officer up a little bit. You're gonna go with them, rifleman, and you're going to the next one. And now you should be able to call it an airstrike on this mortar position. Now, just for an insurance policy, oh, I called it an artillery. I should have waited. That was a little bit foolish. Now, where's this minefield? Because I'm a little bit nervous about that. Artillery strike. Oh, did you see that LMG just get eviscerated by artillery? Wow. Speaking of evisceration, our officer also got crushed. I really would love to be able to call in tanks at this point, but I can't. Let's get a mortar. You go to the next position, and I think mortars will just post back, and as long as you maintain a strong front line, they'll just keep doing their thing. So that actually might be the best strategy right now is riflemen and mortars. Yeah, once I can afford it, I'm gonna buy a mortar team down on the bottom here, and I'll just keep supporting it with riflemen because this rifle guy, get him, don't let him kill my mortar. Okay, good. I actually kind of panic buyed another rifleman squad down there. And we're just gonna let our mortars soften them up. I don't know if we can win through morale this way, but it would be pretty cool. All right, now let's get an officer down here. All right, he should stay there. Where's the enemy really maintaining defensive positions? All right, good enough for an airstrike here. Oh, they just moved, but didn't move fast enough. You boys to the front. You boys definitely to the front. Yeah, these mortars are crushing it. And I'm gonna have a mortar in the middle, so we'll have 3 mortars going. Look at this. Look at this. This is lovely. Once they get there, you go with them, and you are gonna soften them up with an airstrike. If we time that right, oh yeah. All right, you boys over the top. Throw a smoke. Oh wow, look at this mortar guy just walking straight to the front lines. This is the unfortunate thing. Look at it. He's like, hey guys, how you doing? Oh no, man. Airstrike that bottom column. And how are we doing? We need these guys to skip that defensive position. Go to the next one. You guys could probably advance. With this much mortar fire and the officer giving air support and artillery, I want to know when we can like start the next bit of the... There we go. All right, so the enemy's going to be real well dug in, and this seems only like the midpoint, personally. Where are our defensive positions at? Hey, I can call in panzers. All right, we're going to do... Ooh, there's mines. That's unfortunate. I think they're anti-tank mines because I haven't seen infantry get hurt. Let's get a sniper. A sniper will go with the tank. And let's get these infantry going. Not the mortar team. We want the infantry team. Throw smoke. Advance. Oh, man. Is that my sniper? I think my sniper's dead. But we popped a ton of smoke, and now my tank's just getting to roll straight up there. Their bazooka crew, you can see the remnants of him. Well, he's dead. Ooh, that was a grenade out. And we can call in another tank once we get 800, so I'm going to save up for that. That's the thing we're saving for. Ooh, destroys the enemy shamans. Yikes. And I can only put it in the middle lane, so we're going to have 2 tanks going up. And I guess a Panzer Shrek team. Oh, you know what we need now? An officer. Do we have any? I don't see any out there. Our tanks are crushing it. Main gun is disabled. Let's do a little airstrike on the bazooka. Oh no, they're moving up. We got him anyway. And advance. If we can get in close and do some anti-tank work, that'd be pretty cool. Bazooka team, we'll strafe them. Yep, all 3 of them dead. Now at this point, the enemy's just gonna keep pushing troops, and I think it might be a case of saving up the money for another Panzer IV. I should have some mortars. They're off screen. I can't actually see them. We're about to call in another Panzer. That's a bazooka, though. I should be able to airstrike that bazooka team. And as long as the Messerschmitt hits them, which he did, then this tank will be able to roll straight to the front. So we'll support it with some infantry. Light machine gunner. Look at him rotating his turret. Target acquisition. Boom! Oh man, I would have loved it if he would have taken out. Yeah, let's airstrike that area. Objective completed, victory. All right, so we took out the enemy Sherman and the other troops decided to surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, we're running on fumes, but fear thee not. It's time to upgrade the tank factory. The tanks are now 700 resource points. This is fantastic. Some would even say it's wunderbar. So 3 tanks it is. Oh wow, this is gonna be a tank slugging match, isn't it? I'm gonna support them with a Panzer Shrek. So 3 tanks and a Panzer Shrek versus 1 means we should take this out relatively quickly, right? Yeah? And now we'll just send in some troops. Oh my gosh, that enemy tank did not survive. What's interesting though is these Panzer IVs are not moving. So I guess they're more of like defensive. Now what we need now is an officer on the top to call in airstrikes, because if you look at this, they've got a very strong like sort of like brick or concrete wall. So we're gonna throw smoke and then pop these guys to the next position. This guy's gonna hang back and we're gonna airstrike that crew. Oh, that's a Panzer, a bazooka rather. So we'll call artillery behind that position. Alternate our supporting fire here. And then once that bazooka's done, oh well, there's another bazooka too. I think I need riflemen. This guy's alone. Oh, never mind. We had the Panzer IV in the back giving artillery support. And our Messerschmitt cleared that entire line. Throw a grenade. Oh, he got it. Yes, took out the bazooka team. Now, that would have been really, really great if I had timed it with my Panzer IV, but war as heck. There's a chance the Messerschmitt takes out, yes, took out the bazooka. Excellent. I think we'll lose, wow, we're not gonna lose the officer. I'm gonna have riflemen here, and my officer's still alive. Guys, we actually have this front line. We should be moving up. So they're there once we sort of go to the next screen. Take the enemy fuel depot. Wait a minute, the enemy's got obstacles. We're doing double tank, and we've got more infantry. Look at this. I mean, I've got 3 tanks going. I feel powerful. Okay, so here's the enemy situation. Should be able to air that and artillery that. All right, enemy Sherman is out. Once we can afford it, we'll send a Panzer Shrek team up the middle with our 3 tanks. We're gonna lose a tank basically now. Do we have anti-tank grenades? Yep. Use them. Use them or lose them, boys. The Panzer Shrek team didn't even get to the front and in a position to destroy the enemy Sherman. You need to move up so I can use your airstrike ability. Once I can detect enemy, I feel like, here we go, airstrike there. We have a rifleman right up front. Actually, that may have been friendly fire. I feel a little bit bad. All right, we pop smoke. Hold the line for 2 minutes. You know the deal. So at this point, mortars would be good because they'll just hang back. So I'm curious if our Panzer is gonna stop right here at the barbed wire, if it's gonna keep going. I would love for them to stop. Our Panzer's just going for it. Well, all I have to do is hold the line, so I got a sniper out there. We'll send a few infantry squads with them. Oh! That sniper didn't even get to fire a shot. He got hit with heavy artillery and got eviscerated. Yeah, I can hear heavy artillery fire happening. Here's our officer. Yeah, he can't do anything. All right, you guys need to throw smoke and advance, and you can get to the next spot. 56 seconds. Okay, the enemy is bringing up a tank, but look at this. There we go. Oh, I don't know if we got the anti-tank grenade off. I clicked the button, and they blew up. All right, we've got 2 tanks and some infantry squads. I mean, oh, now we got to push them. I thought we won. We had the money. We made our tanks cheap. That's like the play that we have. We're gonna win the Battle of Bulge using superior German tank production and tactics, which is not the way the war happened, by the way. So that's the funny part. All right, we've got a sniper and a mortar, 2 mortar teams. I got a new sniper. I want to see him pick off his shot. I'd love if you saw like a little aiming reticle over the enemy troops before he would take his shot. We did lose another tank. We'd like to fill the middle column. Oh, do we have an officer out there? We do. There's no one to airstrike. Enemy morale's low. Well, I'm shooting at the ground. We're so far in the lead. What do you think of that? This officer just mowed down the light machine gun team. And the officer just ran off screen. Oh, that bazooka with a point blank shot. Enemy ground taken. We have won. The victory is ours. Look at the kills. We killed 188 and only lost 36. That is wild. So at this point, we have a question. Do you guys want to see more? Should we take on the American campaign and push the Germans all the way back to Germany?